welcome to the Deep Dive. So you've handed us a really fascinating stack of articles this week, all focused on wealth, and maybe not in the way people usually think about it.
Not at all. It's more about perception and environment.
Exactly. So our mission today is to dive into what the sources are calling the architecture of richness. We're not talking about, the number of zeros in your bank account.
No, not at all. It's about the ecosystem you build around yourself.
Right. And these sources really challenge the common wisdom. They argue most people chase wealth by grabbing at symbols.
The expensive watch, the luxury car.
But they totally miss the foundation. They miss the idea that true richness is about your surroundings, your position, not just one or two possessions.
And that's the core idea, isn't it? That distinction. They confuse a possession with a position.
Let's unpack that, because I think most people really misunderstand this.
Yeah.
They see the outcome, the car, the watch, and they think that's the starting point.
Yeah. And the analysis in this material is that richness is it's social perception way before it's a financial reality. If the right people don't see you as belonging in their world, no amount of debt on a fancy item is gonna, change your path.
So to make this a bit more real, the sources give us this brilliant thought experiment. It's built around a pretty significant budget. Let's use $8,000 as an example.
And you have two very different ways to spend it.
Right. So person A, they take that whole $8,000 and they sink it into one single high-status symbol, maybe a really nice watch.
And probably on an installment plan, right? Just to get it.
Probably.
Yeah.
But they're still wearing, casual gym clothes. They're still taking the bus. And they start avoiding nice events because, well, despite the watch, they feel like they don't fit in.
Okay, so that's person A.
Now, compare that to person B.
Yeah.
Same exact budget, but they spread it out completely differently.
To upgrade the whole ecosystem.
The whole thing. We're talking like 7 well-tailored suits, 7 pairs of really nice shoes, maybe 7 classy but, not super expensive watches.
And they invest in other things, too.
Yeah, weekly professional grooming, a personal cab service, so they always arrive composed, and they build a really polished digital presence.
And the sources are, they're just brutal about the outcome.
Oh, absolutely. They say after just 30 seconds of observation, society will call person B rich or successful.
And person A.
Irresponsible, or maybe trying too hard.
Wow. So hold on. I have to challenge this based on the sources. Isn't person A the one who bought the Rolex, at least holding a tangible asset, something that might even go up in value?
That's a great point.
Whereas person D's suits and cab rides, those are expenses. They depreciate the second you buy them. How do the sources justify that?
And that's the absolute heart of it. The sources argue that, yes, the Rolex is an asset, but it's an asset in a vacuum. It doesn't do anything for you. Person B's depreciating expenses are actually an investment in something else entirely.
In what? Leverage.
Leverage and access. The cost of the suits and the cabs buys you the ability to sit in high-value rooms, to be taken seriously on site, and to protect your mental energy for the big decisions.
So the goal isn't just to hold value, it's to generate opportunities that create new value.
Exactly. And person B's ecosystem is a massive opportunity generator.
It makes sense. The underlying psychology here is that humans, we respond to patterns, not just these, isolated symbols.
Consistent, refined presentation.
Yeah. Richness is a consistency in how you dress, how you move, how you behave. The ecosystem is the proof.
And that's the difference between screaming and whispering success.
Yeah.
Right? That one expensive watch that screamed, "Hey, I want you to think I'm rich."
And it makes people suspicious.
It does. But the well-built ecosystem, the sharp suit, the calm arrival, it whispers, "This is just normal for me."
And that whisper, that carries so much more weight because it implies that this is sustainable. It's real.
The material gives a perfect example of this. It says a man in a refined outfit with a simple, inexpensive but classy watch will always appear more successful than a guy in, cheap clothes wearing a genuine Rolex.
Because the cheap clothes just scream that the watch doesn't belong. It undermines the symbol. The ecosystem is the real signal.
So that brings us to the psychology of context. And this is where it gets really interesting.
It's the core rule, right? People don't judge the item, they judge the context the item sits in.
Yes. The environment is the filter.
It's all about association. Think about it. You see a man, sharp suit, confident presence, steps out of a nice car with a driver.
Okay.
His watch could be a total knockoff, but you're going to assume it's real.
Because everything else aligns. The context validates the symbol.
Exactly. Now flip it. Imagine a guy with a guaranteed 100% genuine Rolex, but he steps off a crowded, loud bus. He looks stressed, his clothes are a
You
mess.
immediately assume the watch is fake.
Or stolen, or he got it in some weird deal. The item itself becomes irrelevant because the environment just doesn't support it.
And that proves the whole mission statement here, right?
Yeah.
It's build the context first, the symbols will follow.
And it's not just about what other people think. This whole thing connects external perception to your internal evolution.
That's the part I found so profound. When you focus on building that environment, you actually change. Your posture improves. Your thoughts get bigger because you're not wasting energy on, stressful commutes.
Your conversations get better. You start acting the part you've dressed for.
You literally start sitting in the rooms where opportunities live. Investor meetings, client dinners.
And people offer you chances because you look like you belong there. You look like someone who can handle it. It's not faking it. It's like environment-driven self-evolution, a self-fulfilling prophecy.
So if that's the whole mechanism, what does this tell us about how wealthy people actually spend their money?
Well, the sources have a pretty devastatingly simple rule for that. Poor people buy things to look rich. Rich people buy improvements to stay rich.
And those improvements are all about access and efficiency.
Completely. A truly wealthy person, they're not buying the luxury watch first. They're investing in the things that maximize their time and their credibility.
Like a stylist, a better wardrobe.
Professional grooming, business class flights, access to networks, executive coaches, mentors, all of it.
Let's break one of those down, like business class travel or using a driver. The sources aren't saying you have to go book a private jet.
No, it's about asking yourself, where am I leaking energy that could be used for something more valuable?
So the investment isn't really in the wider seat on the plane.
The investment is in arriving composed. It's in preserving the mental and physical energy you need to perform at your peak in that crucial meeting.
For the listener, maybe that just means outsourcing laundry to buy back 2 hours for deep work.
It's the same principle. It's all about protecting your ecosystem of focus.
And the luxury symbol of the watch, that only comes way later. It's a natural extension of the life you've built, not a desperate signal to get you there.
Which totally reframes that old saying, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, the sources call this the shaping philosophy. You're deliberately shaping your environment to force yourself to grow into it.
I like that. A suit isn't just clothes, it's a costume for confidence.
A cab isn't just transport, it preserves your energy. Grooming isn't vanity.
It's discipline made visible. I love that.
By consistently showing up as this strategically upgraded version of yourself, you just start to absorb success through proximity.
You get invited to better conversations, you learn better habits, and the whole system slowly shifts you from just appearing rich to behaving rich.
Then earning rich, and finally becoming rich.
It's a process, a journey of elevation. It's not a single purchase.
Exactly. And the source material gives us a really clear 5-step blueprint for this.
A kind of scaffolding for building that architecture of richness.
Step 1, we've covered it pretty hard. Upgrade your ecosystem, your appearance, your habits, your transport.
The physical architecture. Then step 2, enter richer rooms.
The access architecture.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean, crashing a party.
No, it means being intentional. Seeking out mentors, joining specific professional groups, finding communities where high-level thinking is the norm. You're buying proximity to ambition.
Okay, step 3, learn richer skills. This is where it shifts from the outside to the inside.
This is critical. Once you're in the room, you need the substance to stay there. You have to learn how to negotiate, how to speak concisely, how to lead. The environment forces you to level up your skills.
And that leads to step 4, where the money starts to happen. Build richer opportunities.
This is the application phase. You use your network, your skills, your new context to actually start something or grow something. People take your ideas seriously now.
And only then, only after all that, comes step 5.
Buy richer symbols.
Not as proof for anyone else, but as a celebration for yourself. Purchased without debt, as just a natural result of the success your ecosystem created.
If you connect all this back to the big picture, the whole theory is that richness is really defined by how money changes your surroundings and your access.
Much more than the number in your bank account.
You don't fake it till you make it. You shape it till you grow into it. You build the architecture, and then you step inside and let it shape you.
So before you go out and buy that next big thing, you should ask yourself the question from the sources. Does my current environment match the life and the opportunities I actually want to attract?
And that raises a really important final question for you to think about. If investing in your appearance, your discipline, and your access is the true first step, What's one non-monetary habit you could upgrade this week to elevate your own personal ecosystem?
Something for you to mull over. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.